My name is Julian. I'm a car salesman and the creator of the Car-Fidence channel. We created this channel to give you confidence when you go inside the dealership, help you build your confidence, and teach you the entire sales process and simplify it for you. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. But for today's topic, we're going to talk about 5 things that slow you down at the dealership when you're going in, okay? Now these are things that you can control. All right, so that's the great news. All right, so let's get right into today's topic. All right, so number 1, the first thing that people do, that slows them down at the dealership is not having their trade-in information as far as the payoff and title. All right, so let's talk about it. So your payoff is through your current bank that the car is financed through. So let's just throw some examples out there. Bank of America, let's say if you have your car financed through Bank of America and you still owe something on the car. So we'll need to have that in order to process this transaction, the new transaction that you're going to do. Okay, so with that, you will need what is known as a 10-day payoff. 10-day payoff and per diem. And we'll talk about that in another video, exactly what those things are, and go into more detail. But for now, just know that if you have your trade, make sure you know who you can call at the bank and the number that you can call in order to get that information, because it's very important in order to finalize your deal. All right, let's move on to number 2. So the second thing that people do that cause them to spend more time at the dealership is, I'm cheating here, is not having a current insurance card. So it's very important to have an up-to-date insurance card with you or have access to it. I can't tell you how many times I'm interacting with someone and they don't have a current insurance card, because in their mind they're thinking, well, my insurance card that I have had in there the entire time will work because the policy hasn't changed and my address hasn't changed. Unfortunately, that's not true. You will need an up-to-date insurance card in order to get your permanent tags and even your temporary tags, okay? So that will slow down the process, because many times you have to call and get the information because people don't have it readily available on their cell phone. So as far as logging in, and it can be kind of a pain in the butt to get that information if you don't already have it available. So that'll add time for sure. Let's move on to number 3. All right, number 3. The third thing that will cause you to spend more time at the dealership, the third thing that will cause you more time to spend, more time at the dealership is not being clear about what you want. Look, it's totally okay. It's a big decision. So no one will expect you, I wouldn't expect you to know exactly everything, little detail about what you want to buy. But with that being said, if you're not clear about it, it will add some time to the entire process of you being at the dealership. It'll definitely add time, because we'll need to, you and I will need to spend time exactly going over what's important to you and then why you want those particular things. And of course, pricing, availability, all those things. So the more clear you are about what you want, the faster you can get out of the dealership and on with the rest of your day. Let's move on to number 4. Having your credit locked. Now, it's a necessary evil that I understand completely, because people want to protect themselves against unauthorized purchases. So, but with that being said, you do need to realize that that can cause slowdowns in the process if you have those things locked and you're not prepared to unlock them when the time comes. All right, so just know that you'll need to be in a position to unlock those the 3 bureaus when the time comes in order to process your transaction. Now let's go right into number 5. Number 5 is filling out the credit app incorrectly or incompletely. Definitely adds time to the process of how long it takes to get you in and out. Now, normally what happens is you fill out the credit application here at my desk, and then once that happens, I'll look it over and be sure nothing is missed. But because we're both human, sometimes we can still miss something. And so if you miss something and then it gets submitted to finance, gets submitted to the bank, now the information is incomplete, and it needs to be completed in order for things to move forward. So things like, of course, your social name, address, how much you make, how long you've lived at your current residence, how long were you at your previous job, things like that. All those things are relevant. Having two numbers, personal number and a work number, is also important. All right. So with that, we're going to say goodbye. But before we do, I'd like to invite you to visit me on my website at julianthornton.net, where you can find out more about me and the services that we offer. You can book an appointment as well. So if you'd like to take advantage of the current promotions that are going on with Audi or Volvo, I'd be more than happy to assist you. You can also follow me on Instagram at julian.thornton. All right, well, until the next time, we'll see you in the next video. And just remember, keep being confident.